Okay, I think we're coming back up to that door now. Awesome. So we're into this next part of the dungeon now. We're gonna keep ascending out, I guess. Oh, tarantulas. Ooh, they're good for money too. $51 Mesita from one enemy is pretty good. Really going down again? Am I going backwards? Is that what's happening to me? This is going to be one of those moments where whenever we end up exiting this place, we're going to be back at the beginning again. I have a sinking feeling. This just seems to be my luck. It's hard to know for sure if we are heading in that right direction or not. It all feels the same to me. There's not a lot of defining differences between different areas of this cave, so... Like, if it changed color when you went to a different floor or something, like, okay, sure, yeah, that would be great. But it's not the case, it would seem. I feel like we're going back to the beginning, but I don't know. Only time will tell. Though I don't feel like we've gone through that many doors. Oh, good. I think we made it. Let's just double check to make sure we're not somewhere weird. Okay, good. We are on the right side of the cave. Hooray! I think that that's the first time that that's happened for us. Awesome. Oh, hello. What do you have to say? This town is called CASBA. Oh, good. I'm so glad we made it. Fierce dragons live in the cave near here, and I'm scared of them. Well, I just murdered them, so no more fear for you. Okay, who's in this house? Have you heard of a vehicle called the Hovercraft? No, it's a good thing to have. It moves across water. Alright. There are legends of a mystic shield in a village surrounded in mist. It is the shield Perseus used in the days to conquer magic beasts. And Perseus defeated Medusa, if I'm not mistaken, so we'll make a note of that. Don't believe your own eyes in the depth of the dungeons. Okay. False walls. That's always my guess when they say obscure things. There is poison gas above the sea to the west. No one can go near there without some protection. Alright, so it seems like we need to find some sort of mask or means to protect ourselves from this gas. This is a second-hand shop. What do you have? A transer, a sphere, and a flash. Okay, I don't want any of your things. What's in this shop? Second-hand shop as well. What's in here? Aw, man, the Landrover is a ton of money. And plus we want the lightsaber upgrade for Alice. Well, it looks like it's time to do a little bit of grinding for cash, because I think the Landrover is pretty important. So we should probably try to get that. Alright, I'm going to go and do some grinding for some Mesitas, and then we're going to come back and get this, and then hopefully also have enough money to go and get that lightsaber upgrade from Uzo. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alrighty, so we spent quite a bit of time fighting some werebats and amassing a bunch of Mesitas. So at this point I think we're going to be able to afford all the things that we require. So let's go and take a peek in the store here. And this is a food shop, so we don't really want to go here after all. But let's take a look in here instead. Oh yay, the armory. I would like to buy this lightsaber, please, and thank you. Nothing else, please. Okay, so this weapon will boost Alice's offensive power considerably. So let's go and equip that. Oops. So we'll put that on to Alice. Awesome. And now we've got that other weapon. I think it was the ceramic sword. Is that what we had before on her? Yeah, ceramic sword that we can sell now. So that's exciting. Great. Now let's head back to CASBA, where we can go pick up that Landrover and then maybe do a little bit more exploring in this general desert area, because it would seem, if we're going to be able to run over some antlion hills, that would be a good plan. So we'll head back that way, and it's actually not very far at all. On the way back up, found out that it was actually pretty close by. You thief, I don't know that I stole anything from you. We keep talking about this, and I don't know why. I feel offended when they say you thief, because I would never really steal in real life, nor would I ever steal in a game. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, I steal all the time in games. Especially money from corpses of beasts that we slay as we go by. Which isn't the most polite thing to do, I guess. But we should be getting pretty close to CASBA by now. Well, in theory, we still have to go back through the cave, of course. But the long story short with this area is the money's not so great, from what I've discovered. I feel like going back through like all the way over to Palma to go back to that forest that surrounds Epi was a much better idea for money making than trying to make money over here. I feel like it would have taken me tons and tons time longer to be able to do that. There are some good enemies for money making out this way, like the tarantulas do give some good cash, but not nearly as good as some of those other enemies that we've been running into along the way. So I am going to go through this very lengthy cave, and I will see you guys on the other side in CASBA. Okay, so we've made it back to CASBA here. So we should go back and try to pick up that Landrover, because that's going to be a lot of fun. I think they're both second-hand shops, right? That's what we decided. I'm going to buy your Landrover, please. No, thank you. And then I do have a few things I should probably sell while I'm here to make some inventory space. Let's sell the ceramic sword, because we won't need that again. Sure, that sounds like a good deal. Is there anything else that I need to sell? Dungeon key. Short sword should definitely get sold. Holy jeez. Yeah, you can have that. Yeah, I think that's about it. We still have lots of inventory space. You know, I am just thinking back. I feel like the guy that talked to us about the Landrover, not the Landrover, but the Hovercraft, we have to talk to him again, I think. Because I think I got stuck on this when I streamed the game, and it was not tricky, but Legends of a Mystic Shield in a village surrounded by mist. Was it you? Have you heard of the vehicle called the Hovercraft? We said no last time, so let's say yes. Okay, perfect. This is the thing that I was trying to remember if I had to do it or not. I bought it in Scion on Palma, but it seemed broken, so I abandoned it in Portivo. It probably can still be used, though. Okay, that's important, because this is one of those types of incidences where if you don't actually trigger that event, you won't be able to find the item. So it's kind of similar to when we went to the Forest of Epi, and we needed the compass, and if you didn't talk to the right guy, you couldn't find the compass, and etc., etc. So it was important that we did that. So at least now we can go back and also find the Hovercraft. So we'll be able to travel both over Antlion Hills with our Landrover and through water with that Hovercraft. So I think it's pretty important to go get the Hovercraft first. So what I'm going to do is head back through these caves, go back to Uzo, and then fly back over to Gothic. So maybe we'll be able to even use that Landrover to go over the lava. I'm not really sure if it's just for antlions or what, but getting that piece of equipment is pretty important, I would say. So I'm going to do that, and then I will see you guys back in Gothic so that you don't have to watch me go through these million caves and locations. See you in a few. So now that we are back outside of the CASBA cave, I might as well show you guys how the Landrover works. So how to embark it is to go into your items menu and then select it, and select use, and then we embark it, and then essentially it just lets you move a little bit faster over land. You still encounter enemies, but I think your encounter rate is less than usual, so that's positive. But yeah, essentially it just lets you drive over antlions and move a little bit faster on land, which I think is kind of fun, because I find Alice and Party move super slowly. So it's nice to be able to move a little bit more quickly. And you can still enter towns, like you literally drive into them, or really over them if you consider the obnoxious size of the actual machine versus the town sprites, I guess, on the screen, which I always find kind of funny. But yeah, I'll just drive this beast back up to Uzo up here. And check that out. Wasn't that faster? Bam! We just drove right over the city. Cool. Well, let's take our spaceship, and then now we'll head back to Gothic. And that's gonna put us near Bortivo. If you remember, Bortivo was the place on Palma, south of Gothic, so you had to kind of go south and then walk all around the town, essentially, and then go through the big lava pit, which hurts you. But I'm curious to see if the Landrover will actually drive over lava as well without harming us. Because we're not in the greatest of shape right now. I guess it would probably be a good plan to heal sooner than later as well. But let's just do an experiment to see if the Landrover works over here. Oh man, more flashlights. This is like the most terrible time with flashlights. Okay, so we've embarked. Oh, try not to crash into the mountains, I suppose. But yeah, this is way faster than walking. Just fight a shellfish from our vehicle. I find this sort of thing so funny. Oh, they have like the nastiest little eye and like little eye tendrils. Oh, yuck. I wonder what that purple liquid is. I feel like I need to look into shellfish science and figure out if they secrete anything outrageous out of their eyes that they could harm people with, or if it's just the rampant imaginations of people that drew and animated for this specific game. Well, let's see if we can go over this lava. It would be really helpful if we didn't have to lose a bunch of health. I guess first we have to fight this random encounter, but after that, I find it so frustrating when you're just trying to get somewhere and all these beasts just want to throw down with you. Okay, let's see. Oh no, we still take damage. Wow, this is obnoxious. Well, one could have only hoped that we would have made it. Oh geez, look at poor Noah. Okay, let's do a little bit of healing here. Poor Noah. There you go, buddy. You feeling better? Jeez, we almost killed poor Noah. Alright, we'll also heal up Meow. It would have been nice if the Landrover had helped us out, but in the meantime we can just plow into this poor decimated village. Alright, so they said it was in Bortivo. We're in Bortivo, so I think we just need to go in and search in these houses and see what we find. Oh, we found the hovercraft. Hapsby has restored it to working order. Awesome. So now we're able to go over water and things like that. And that is actually pretty... Holy crap! I wasn't expecting to see this guy here. This guy's a big guy. Yeah, we can go over water now, so that's pretty useful. Holy jeez, are we gonna live? Ooh, this guy hits pretty hard. Wow. This sprite work is just phenomenal in this game. I can't get over how beautiful everything looks. Alright, Meow, you're gonna heal poor Alice. And then we're just gonna fight all these elephants, I guess. Gosh, I wish Odin had a better weapon. Wow. I like their angry teeth that you see whenever they raise their trunks. That's a pretty nice little feature. I wonder what kind of money we're gonna get from this fight. They're just so enormous. You think that they would be worth a lot of masitas. If only the number of masitas you got was proportionate to the size of the enemy, right? It's really just the werebats that are the best for masitas in this game, it would seem, at this point in the game. Alright, 190. Ah, that was shit compared to what we were getting for other types of beasts. Okay, so let's put on our hovercraft. So check this out. So now we can just go in the water. And that's super useful for us. And look, we're right above Caminite and all those other fun places. So we can essentially get all over the place without really having to go, you know, use the airplane and the rocket ship and stuff like that at this point. We can go see Swallow whenever we want without having to worry too much. But this is fun. So we've got the hovercraft now, which will be extremely helpful in the next little while. Oh, well, thanks, exploding chest. Yeah. The next little while it'll be pretty useful. There are a couple of places that we do need to go at some point in the lake, so this will be incredibly helpful. I think for now, though, what were they saying? There was an ancient shield. An ancient shield that would help us. It's Perseus' shield, so I guess it's like a reflective shield or something that will help Medusa murder herself. That we need to find, and we also need to find the place with the gas as well on Motavia. So what I'm gonna do is try to find some land, and then maybe go heal up at our friend Swallow's house. And then maybe after that we can go on a little adventure and see if we can track down some next steps, essentially, for wherever we're going to need to go next. So let's head back into Caminite here, because we're right here. Isn't that convenient? I also like that your hovercraft just comes with you, rather than you having to go back and find it. I found that a little bit tricky in, was it Final Fantasy IV? When you got the little like boat that traveled over the rocky areas and you always had to go back looking for it. But either way, we'll heal up with Swallow here, and then we will decide where to go next in the next little while. We have a couple of new tools to allow us to explore various areas of different planets that we were not able to do before, so at least we can open up our world a little bit more. So let's go do that.